It looks delicious. Tonight we are making super easy meatloaf, and my family loves this. My kids love this, and I love it because it is super easy to make. So let's get started. I start my meatloaf with 2 pounds of defrosted ground beef. We get our beef from a local farmer and get it butchered. That's why it's kind of in a different bag than what you'd see at the grocery store. But 2 pounds of ground beef. Then we add 2 eggs, and your eggs are going to kind of work as a binder. You could get away with just 1 egg, but we always have tons of leftover eggs. To that we're going to add 1 box 2 eggs of ready-made stuffing mix. I'm using the wooden spoon to kind of break up the ground beef a little bit and to start mixing it in. We're not going to need to add any other seasoning. All the seasoning in this comes from that stuffing mix. Then I ditch the wooden spoon. Then I add just a little bit of milk. I don't really measure this. It just kind of whatever looks good to me. I don't like my meatloaf to be super dry. And then this is where we get down and dirty and use our hands. Once it's well mixed, then you're good to go. Kind of what I'm looking for is I don't want this super dry. I want to see that the breadcrumbs are really sticking to the meat. If it's not incorporating well, I would add more milk. I've sprayed a 9x13 pan. You're just gonna dump this big massive thing in here. Now, something I learned from my mother-in-law, to help the meatloaf cook evenly, you're gonna shape it like a donut. Well, kind of like an oval donut. Like that. So we'll cover this, and then we're gonna bake it at 350 degrees until the meat reaches the safe temperature. The last part we're gonna make is the sauce for the top of the meatloaf. You can do the meatloaf without the sauce. This sauce is what my husband was born and raised on, so it's kind of something we have to put on there, but it does taste amazing. I don't really have measurements for this, sorry, but it's kind of just an eyeball and taste it and see how you go. So I'm gonna say that's maybe a cup of ketchup, 1 to 2 tablespoons of mustard, maybe. Now, I didn't say this was healthy sauce. 1/4 cup of brown sugar, some garlic powder, and a little bit of onion powder. Oh, that was a lot. So again, I don't have exact measurements of what this is supposed to be. It doesn't look as red as we normally have it, so I'm gonna add another probably 1/2 cup of ketchup. I like to pop this into the microwave for about 30 seconds to a minute, doing 30 seconds at a time for sure, and stirring. This will help break down the brown sugar so it incorporates more evenly into the mixture. Okay, 30 seconds was more than enough to get it all incorporated. Definitely only 30 seconds at a time because you don't want it exploding in your microwave. So our meatloaf is now just right before the done stage. It's at 155 and we're trying to get to 160 degrees. So I'm going to go ahead and add my sauce at this point. Now we're gonna cover this back up with foil, put it back in the oven. It's about another 10 minutes before it will hit the temperature we need of 160 degrees. So it's not the fanciest meal, but it is definitely comfort food. This is one of my family's top favorite meals. We love this meatloaf. We could really get away with probably 1 pound of ground beef for our size family, but I always do 2 because my family wants leftovers of this every time. Quick, easy, simple dinner. Ended up taking our meatloaf about an hour to cook all the way, and that's pretty much it.
It was delicious.